Oh hey, Jeremy here from Long Speed Marine. Welcome back to the channel. I know in the last video I'd said that we were going to be tackling the brakes, but this time we're actually going to be going after the heater core because I'm sick and tired of it leaking on the floor pan. So let's get into that. Alright, so the pesky heater core has leaked ever since I fired this thing up. And I actually haven't ever done one in an A-body. Honestly, most of my cars that the heater core leaks, I just loop the hoses back around and just let it be because I don't often drive it when it's cold out. This car, I want to be able to just have this thing done and not worry about that. I've got a heater core for it, so I might as well put it in. So we're going to be tackling this together. And if you've never done it before, well, this is how you fumble through it, I guess. And that's what we're going to be looking after today. Okay, so on this car anyways, I don't know if the Skylarks are any different than, say, a Chevelle or GTO, Pontiac, any of that kind of stuff. I'm assuming they're pretty much all the same because I think the heater core is pretty much the same. So on these things here, basically I've got to get all these nuts off the outside, pull this panel off, and I don't know if I have to pull the inside panel off as well, but to do that anyways, I have to pull all the nuts off of this panel on this side. Now the other thing that I want to do, I don't know why someone did this, but I will also be sealing up these holes that are in here. So let's get to taking this thing apart and just see exactly. There we go. Alright, so that's got that off. Definitely was a help not having the inner fender in there. Definitely made it a lot easier. Okay. Well, there's our heater core. Looks like there's a clip here holding this in, so I'll need a screwdriver to pop that out. 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 Come on. Get out of there. There we go. Okay, so it's stuck on two little tabs. If you can see, there was two little tabs in there, so you gotta get on the opposite side to pop that out. Didn't know that. Again, I've never done one of these. And I'm assuming this should pull out this way. Yeah, I guess. Or does the whole thing need to come out? Huh. No. Because it's got all these tabs on there. There's no way I'm getting the whole thing out. But that doesn't look like it fits through that hole. I guess I gotta take the whole heater box out. Well, that sucks. Yeah, because that's not coming out of that hole. Yeah, look at all the crud in there. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta get these little clips off somehow. Somehow. Break them off. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that crud. Alright, so I guess I should unplug that. There we go. Now I can spin this around. Alright, there's our heater core. Now, how does foamy thing? Am I held in over here with something? No. Maybe? Alright, let's get this foam out of the way. Oh yeah, there's two screws there I need to get out. What size are they? Oh, that size. That's convenient, but I don't know that. Oh, there we go. Come on. Like I said, this is my first time ever doing a heater core on one of these cars. Alright. Now that just lifts right out. Look at that. Oh, look at all the crud. Alright, I better clean all that up. So there's our heater core. I'll try and pry this thing off and clean all that up and get the new one back in there. Okay, so here's our new heater core with our foamy thing back on. And this light is blinding me. I will get this back in here now. Get our little bracket in. Well, I guess maybe I gotta put that in now. Which way was this? Like this? Oh yeah. Okay. Bracket dealy. That's now I gotta wrestle this thing back up in there. Okay. Up. And not covered in antifreeze here. Lovely. Alright. Stay there. Alright, let's see. How am I going to do this now? I gotta get these tubes in here. Oh, okay, sort of, maybe. That somewhat crooked. Oh, I should have put that other holder in there. I'll do it after. I wish I could get my hand, but I can't. Okay. Come on. I need down and up, and down and over and uppage. And downage and uppage and overage and something. Maybe if I can get this one in, sort of. Yeah. No. Yeah. Down and over. Ah. There. Just give it a little. Just there. Okay. Sort of. Down. Aha! Success! Ah. Aha. I shall not be beaten. Okay, so I just had to tweak that just a touch to get it up in there. Good. Now this would also be a great time to replace the blower motor. I checked the blower motor yesterday when I was doing the dash and that. Blower motor's good, doesn't even make any noise, goes through all the speeds, so I don't need to worry about that. Thank goodness. Okay, so there's the heater core done. That was a successful job, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So I did have one that went with another car that I sold that went with the 455, that went with that. Kind of disappointed that I got rid of the 455 and all that stuff, but anyways, here we are. I know this small block Chevy runs good. The 455 was an unknown and it would have needed to be rebuilt. So because I'm putting all that in here, I just picked up a generic fan shroud here. I think this is from a Cutlass or something, or a G-body. This is from something like that, I don't know. So we're gonna try and see if we can make this work. So that's what we're gonna jump into now. I'm gonna start taking this thing apart so I can get it around the fan and see what I need to trim off of this thing, if any, to try and squeeze it in there. I think I'm gonna have to trim off these bottom ears here to get it in, which is fine because this one's cracked anyways, which is what I knew when I picked this up. So let's get this thing apart and see if we can start making this thing work. Alright, let's see if I can sneak this thing up in there. Let's see where we can get with this. Right. I can't even get it past the frame. Come on. Okay. Stay. All right, so it looks like how I'm gonna start with this, I'm gonna trim this top piece off. I'm gonna trim along here and just see what happens with this. I'll cut this whole section out and we'll just see where we get with that once I trim that off. Okay, so I just did a little test run here seeing how this would work using my Sawzall to cut this, and it worked pretty good. I'll just have to tidy that up just a little bit, but I'm gonna basically just cut along my line here and try to trim away as best I can this front piece, and I'll use this back piece to sort of bolt it on somehow or whatever. We'll figure out that when we get there. So I'm gonna start cutting this and hopefully it doesn't turn into a disaster. So there's that trimmed up. I did crack it a little bit over here, so hopefully I can patch that or fix it somehow with epoxy or something. But let's just go take this over to the car now and see how this is going to work. Okay, let's see. Drop this down. This bolts up here. Now we're too far away because I cut too much off. I got a huge gap here now. Well, that's a bummer. I didn't think about that. Unless I can mount it down below. That'll be alright, maybe. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, because I've got a gap up here, is I'm going to make a piece of sheet metal that will be bent and basically go in here where the stock one would mount and bend down. So I just need to measure, you can see. So if I had it basically 1 inch by 1.25 inches, that should work. And then I can bolt that to that. Fill in that gap. Okay, so that's going to start the top piece. So I'm just going to make a piece of sheet metal that will fit across there. Okay, found Shroud in place. That. Like this. Okay, so I'm going to screw this to the top of here, so I'm just going to use these stainless screws. I'm going to pop a couple holes in there. There, that'll be stronger if I do it underneath. So I decided I'm going to do it underneath because that'll be stronger. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I can just pop some holes in here now, and that'll work perfect. So I didn't have the exact hardware to go into this upper rad support bracket here. So I think if you work on cars long enough, we all end up with a bin or a drawer. I've got both, full of miscellaneous nuts and bolts from projects and, you know, stuff. Maybe there was one extra when you were done. So I found some bolts that are going to work, some screws, whatever, and I'll just pop the holes in this piece down here to line up with the holes in the bracket up top, and that will work just fine. All right, now we just need to figure out the bottom piece. Which I don't even really have to do anything with. Okay, take those over there. I'm just going to pop these rubbers out. And then maybe what I can do is use these holes that are in the bottom here to mount this up. Oh yeah, I gotta go from the bottom. So basically what I'm gonna do with this, I'm just gonna bolt this up to the rad support in the bottom here, and that will hold it in nicely, and no modifications needed for the bottom. So we'll be able to split the fan shroud in half, and I won't even, if I ever had to do anything with this rad, I don't even really have to unbolt it from the bottom, because I can take the top part off and just slide the rad out. So that'll be really good. So why I like these two-piece fan shrouds preferably, and why I'm going to all this trouble to modify this, is because I prefer a two-piece fan shroud. Okay, I screwed up. When I was drilling the holes in the bottom, I nicked the rad, and well, there we go. We've got a leak in the rad now, and well, that's a huge bummer. So I guess I'm gonna need a new rad. Damn it. All right, well, that's gonna do it for this one. I tried my best to miss it, but that's what happens sometimes, unfortunately, when you're not being careful. And I was worried about this rad anyways, because it's only a single core. I would rather have a 3-core rad, especially for doing power tour, mostly for sitting in the traffic. On the highway would probably be all right, but sitting in traffic, I was a little bit worried about it. So guess I'm gonna have to find myself a new rad, but that's what happens sometimes, I guess. So hey, thanks for following along on this. Hit that subscribe, smash the like, comment on my videos, follow along with all my other builds I got going on the shop, and we're gonna still try and make it for 2023 Hot Rod Power Tour. Thanks very much and take care.